Hi guys, Ashley from Ash Cash Budget here. If you're new to this channel, consider clicking the little red subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you know when I post about my debt-free journey. Today we're going over my April budget plan. This is a little late, but that's okay, and I get to show you guys something cool that is going on as well. And of course, in typical fashion, I've already messed up the month. I don't know. I've been used to writing it up in the top left corner because those have been like the open dates. But since April started on the 1st, and I could have left it up there, but I like it in the open space. I'm not going to print off another one, guys. I'm just going to leave it. I just mark that out. So these here are my personal bills, and these are the household bill. These all come out of my checking account, and then my boyfriend pays me his half, and I take off the insurance that I owe to him. Here is my goal, so we'll talk about that in just a second. Actually, we'll talk about it right now. So I want to pay off my Capital One, which is my current debt snowball item. I want to pay off my Capital One by June. And in order to do that, I've kind of calculated out, I think it's a little bit more than I need, but that's better than nothing. My goal is going to be to pay off $575 to Capital One. And that's just out of my own personal checks. So, and that doesn't include how I have gotten my income tax return. And I'm not including that in figuring out how long it'll take me to pay it off. I'm just figuring out if I had to pay off my Capital One all by myself, how much should I pay per month? So my goal this month is $575. But let's go ahead and talk about what I have gotten so far. I finally did my taxes, and I actually was able to get something back. Now next year, I'm not so confident that I will be able to get something back, but this year I was lucky. I went with the Credit Karma since it was free, and it seemed to be the same amount that TurboTax was kind of coming up with, so I just stuck with that and I filed with them, and I think it went pretty well. There's definitely some things that I want to maybe change for next year, but I think it was good, and I did what I had to for this year, filed everything, deducted everything that I should, and I think I did all right. Eventually, I do want to use a CPA in the future. I just don't know when I'll be able to start doing that. But I got $404 from my state tax and $117 from federal tax, making $521 total for my tax return. So I'll try to link the video up above in the sky or down below in the comments. But I said in my little tax video, it was my hypothetical tax video, that anything up to $500 I would put towards my debt snowball. Anything up to $1,000 I would put towards the moving fund. So since it's $521, $500 is going straight to my debt snowball, which means the Capital One card. So over here on Wednesday, which is actually going to be tomorrow, I'm going to set up a payment. From the $521, I'm going to pay $500 straight to Capital One, and then I'll have $21 left in my account. And that $21 is going to be earmarked for the moving fund. Actually, I'm probably just going to go ahead and transfer that as well. So I'll transfer the $21 to moving, just so that it's all allocated. The tax funds that I got in are where they need to be, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. But since that went into my checking account, I just wanted to balance that out. I do get paid on the 5th, so I'll just write pay here, and I'll fill that in. And then I get paid on the 19th. The church, let's see, it'll be the 8th. And the church money just goes straight into the grocery and household fund. So it doesn't pass through my checking, but I write it down there so I know how much I'm getting each time and when it's more than usual. So right now I'm going to be at $0 in my checking account again, but the next day I'll get paid. So we'll be all good and I'll be able to start paying everything else and figuring things out a little bit better. But as you know, since I have a variable income, things can always change. So we'll take a look at my Every Dollar app, because there's also something else that I'm going to put towards my debt snowball. Well, I'm guessing my first paycheck of the month will be about $1,300, and that the second paycheck will be about $1,150. These things change, but as soon as I get paid in a couple days, I'll be able to figure out what that first one is and kind of adjust from there. And then the same with the second one. I just kind of guess my hours as I go along and what events are going on, and I adjust it. My boyfriend's is the same as last month or the previous month. Until I get the bills in to calculate how much he'll owe me, it's just going to stay like that. My income tax here is counted for 521, so I have the 117 and the 404. And then there's a Capital One referral. I'm not putting it on the sheet because I'm not going to put it into my checking account at all. Thank you guys so much. One of you guys used my Capital One referral, and the funds just released because they hold it for like 28, 30 days, something. So they just released. So I got $20 from that referral. I have the link down below. I use it for my sinking funds, and I absolutely love it. It really helps me keep them separated. So this deposited into one of those sinking funds. So I'm going to take that straight from there, and especially because it's the Capital One card. If I was doing my Discover, I'd have to transfer it to my checking account and then pay Discover from there. But since it's all through Capital One, I'm just going to immediately pay that $20 straight to my Capital One credit card. So that referral is going straight there. So it's not passing through my checking account, which is what this sheet is all about. So $20 towards my Capital One. So now I wanted to pay off $575, and already I've almost matched that with other I'd say side hustles, but my tax is not really a side hustle. It's just some extra income. And I do like getting a return because of my variable income, it's just a lot safer. I'd rather get a return than have to owe. I know Dave Ramsey says, you need to try to adjust what they are withdrawing so that you get closer to a zero return, but I feel a little bit safer that way. In fact, I might end up owing next year, so we'll see. But that's $520 already, because since it's the $21 is going to my moving fund, but this extra $20, since it's side hustle, since it's a referral, it goes right to the debt snowball. It's just the rules, right? So I still want to pay $575 for my own personal one, just to put that out there. The savings, since I used my medical I used up all of it pretty much, except for like 50 cents to do my root canal. I'm actually going to beef it up to $100 this month. I'd like to get it back up to what is it called? The deductible of $350 for my regular medical plan. But it might take me a couple months to get there. So I at least want to put 100. Car maintenance, I'm going to put 50. Gifts, 30 as usual. Shows, 25 as usual. So that moving right here, I'm going to go ahead and add, I can't add it. So I have planned $21. And that is from the tax. So anything extra after meeting my goal for Capital One, once I pay $575 for my own personal money, if you'll see here, I actually have $37.07 left to budget. So ideally that $37.07 will go to moving, but I'm going to wait for now until I see how much extra I get, and I'll add it into moving. All of that extra is going straight to the moving fund. Registration is $10. Phone is $20, since I'm paying myself insurance now instead of T-Mobile. Rent is $850. City, electric, and the cable internet are all going to stay the same as last month until I get those numbers in. My mobile phone last month was $86.56, and that was after I took off that insurance I was just talking about. So it should be about the same amount, give or take a little bit this month. Gas is going to be $180, $90 per paycheck. Nothing towards groceries. I just leave restaurants in there even though I put nothing in there any time. Household I'm leaving at 0 as well because I'll have the church and we had Holy Week, so it's going to get beefed up a little bit. But if I need to change that later, I can always add some into those categories. Now for the other cash envelopes, I have cats for 40, which is 20 per paycheck, clothing 20, which is 10 per paycheck, medical at 50, 25 per paycheck, personal at a minimum 100, 50 per paycheck. Wallet money currently is at 0, but I might give myself maybe 20, which is just 120 for one paycheck instead of 40 for both. Hair I'm trying to beef up again, so it's going to be $20 per paycheck. Here's my health insurance here, 150, which I pay back to my boyfriend. Auto insurance of 100. Discover the minimum is 85, and federal loan the minimum is $130. And then right here, Capital One, you'll see $1,095 planned. Now that is the 500 plus 20 plus, if you see here, I've already added these as paid. So it says my remaining is 575, and that is my personal goal I've been talking about. So if I pay my personal goal of 575 plus that 520, I'll be paying off $1,095 this month. So that is going to be awesome. So we'll stay tuned. We'll see how I do as far as my income or if I can bring in any more money anywhere else. So I will put the buttons up to above to subscribe and another video that YouTube will suggest for you guys. Let me know what your plans are for April. I actually have to use some of that gifts fund this month because all 3 of my sisters are having their birthdays this month. So it's going to come out of that gifts sinking fund. So it'll be no problem. It's not going to affect my budget for this month, but I'll let you guys know how much I've spent out of that at the end of the month. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.